The Young and the Restless spoilers. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday and honestly I am barely running on coffee and fumes at this point. I have been staring at my screen for the last hour just trying to process what we all just watched. I'm exhausted. You guys are probably exhausted, but we absolutely have to talk about this because my mind is completely blown. Let's just dive right into the madness. So we all know Sally Spectra has been losing her absolute mind lately. And honestly, can you blame her? She is pregnant with Billy's baby, which is a whole separate mess because Billy is Billy and Jill is probably going to make her life a living hell. But on top of that, her company Spectra Charles is under massive attack. She is completely paranoid. She thinks Adam and Chelsea are the ones sabotaging her business. We as the viewers know it's actually Victor Newman pulling the strings from the shadows because of course it is Victor. Victor always has to ruin everything. But Sally doesn't know that. Sally thinks her ex and his new girlfriend are trying to destroy her life, and that paranoia pushed her to do something incredibly reckless today. She broke into Adam's house. I know, it sounds crazy, but Sally is desperate. She was creeping around Adam's place looking for some kind of clue. A flash drive, a hidden file, a printed email, anything that would prove Adam is the one orchestrating the corporate sabotage against her. And you guys, I was watching this scene, just thinking, Sally, get out of there. You are pregnant, you do not need to be breaking and entering right now. But she just kept snooping. She was going through drawers and looking under papers. And the whole time the house is just dead silent, like that creepy heavy silence where you just know a jump scare is coming. But it wasn't a jump scare. It was a sound, a very faint sound coming from somewhere deep in the house. Sally stops dead in her tracks, and she listens. At first I thought maybe Adam was coming home early. Or maybe it was just the wind outside. But no, it was crying. Someone was crying, and not just anyone. It sounded like a child, a little kid crying. And Sally just freezes. You could see the sheer panic and confusion on her face, because Adam's son Connor isn't a little kid anymore. And why on earth would there be a crying child hidden in Adam Newman's house? It made zero sense. So Sally starts following the noise. She creeps down the hallway, her heart probably beating out of her chest. And she finds this door that is locked tight, a heavy solid door. The crying is definitely coming from the other side. Down below, it's a basement door. And Sally is just standing there and you can see the wheels turning in her head. Should she run? Should she call the police? But the maternal instinct just kicks in. She is pregnant. She has lost a child before. She cannot just walk away from a baby crying in the dark. So she looks around and she finds a way to break the lock. I don't even know how she did it so fast. Adrenaline, I guess. But she snaps the lock and pulls the door open. And the smell of damp stale air just hits her. The stairs are dark. She slowly starts walking down into this secret basement. The stairs are creaking with every single step. And I am literally yelling at my screen like, Sally, be careful. What if Adam is down there? What if it's a trap? But she keeps going. She reaches the bottom of the stairs and the basement is dim. There's barely any light. And over in the corner, huddled on the floor is a little girl. You guys, a little girl. She looked about 4 years old, just sitting there all alone in the dark. Why is there a 4-year-old girl in Adam's basement? My brain was short-circuiting. The little girl looks up and sees Sally, a total stranger. But the kid doesn't run away. She doesn't hide. She is so desperate and so terrified that she just scrambles to her feet and runs straight at Sally. She throws her little arms around Sally's legs and just starts sobbing. Grieving heavy sobs. And the little girl looks up at Sally with these big tear-filled eyes and she screams, "Save me," just like that. "Save me." And honestly, I felt sick to my stomach watching it. It was so visceral. Sally drops down to her knees and hugs the little girl back, trying to comfort her. She is holding this trembling child in a dark basement and she is just in pure shock. Sally is trying to keep her voice steady. She is stroking the girl's hair and trying to calm her down. And she asks the most logical question. She says, "Sweetheart, what's your name? Who are you?" And the little girl sniffles. She looks at Sally, wiping her dirty little face. And she says one word. One single word that completely shattered my entire reality and Sally's reality too. She said, "Ava, Ava, you guys, Ava." I literally dropped my coffee mug. Ava, the name of the baby that Sally and Adam lost, the baby that supposedly died, the baby that Sally has been grieving for years, the baby that Adam just brought up a few episodes ago at Society when he offered to buy Newman Media to protect Sally, talking about how he owed her forever after losing Ava. He even remembered the sunset pink nursery colours. And now, here is a 4-year-old girl, the exact age Ava would be, locked in Adam's basement saying her name is Ava. Sally's face just went completely blank. You could see her entire world crashing down on her shoulders. Her breath hitched. She couldn't even speak. She just stared at this little girl. Her daughter, is this her daughter? Has her daughter been alive this entire time? But wait, it gets worse, it gets so much worse. Sally manages to choke out another question. She asks the little girl. She asks Ava, who put you down here? Why are you locked in here? And the little girl, still crying, still clinging to Sally like a lifeline, says, my dad Adam locked me down here, he won't let me out. Her dad, Adam, let that sink in. Adam Newman locked a 4-year-old girl named Ava in his basement. I am honestly shaking just typing this. What kind of sick, twisted storyline are the writers giving us right now? Are they really telling us that Adam faked his own baby's death? That he stole Sally's baby, made her believe her child died, and has been keeping her locked in a secret basement for 4 years? I mean, let's be real for a second. We know Adam has a dark side. We know about his spider persona in Las Vegas. We know he has done some incredibly messed up things in the past, but this is next level evil. This is supervillain territory. To watch the woman you supposedly love grieve the death of her child, to hold her while she cries, to literally offer her business deals out of guilt for a baby you're secretly keeping in your basement. It is so sick. It is so twisted. I almost can't believe it. And maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe there is some crazy explanation. Like maybe this isn't the real Adam, or maybe Victor is behind it and Adam is just brainwashed or being blackmailed. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. This is a soap opera, there is always a twist, but right now in this moment it looks like Adam Newman is an absolute monster. Let's think back to the hospital. Remember when Sally was in crisis? Remember when Adam had to make the choice to save Sally's life over the baby's life? We all cried. We all felt his pain. Did he somehow orchestrate that entire medical emergency? Did he pay off a doctor? Did he fake the ashes? The logistics of this are insane. How do you hide a growing child in a house for 4 years? And what about Chelsea? Does Chelsea know she lives with him? She is his partner. Has she been walking around that house drinking her morning coffee, completely unaware that there is a kidnapped child in the basement? Or is she in on it? If Chelsea is in on this, I swear I will never forgive her character. After everything she has been through with Connor to help hide a mother's child, no, I refuse to believe Chelsea knows. She has to be in the dark. She has to be just as clueless as Sally was, because if Chelsea knows, she is beyond redemption. But let's zoom out and look at the bigger pattern here. The writers have been pushing Adam into this really desperate protective corner lately. He has been begging Victor to leave Sally alone. He has been acting like this devoted, guilty ex-boyfriend. And now we find out he is a literal kidnapper. It completely changes every single interaction he has had with Sally for the last 4 years. Every time he looked at her with pity. Every time he said he was sorry for her loss. It was all a lie, a massive, disgusting lie. And what is Sally going to do now? She is pregnant with Billy's baby. She is already emotionally fragile, finding out that her first baby didn't die, that she has been locked in a basement by the man she once loved. It is going to break her, or it is going to turn her into an absolute warrior. I hope it's the latter. I hope Sally picks that little girl up, marches out of that house and burns Adam's entire life to the ground. Think about Billy for a second. Billy lost Delia. Billy knows the absolute soul-crushing agony of losing a daughter. When he finds out that Adam, the man who was driving the car that killed Delia, by the way, has faked the death of Sally's baby and kept her locked up, Billy is going to commit murder. I am calling it right now. Billy Abbott is going to end Adam Newman. There is no way Billy restrains himself. After this, the history there is too deep, too painful. Adam keeping a child from her mother is going to trigger every single demon Billy has left. Honestly, I don't know who actually believes this is going to end well. Adam is going to come home. He is going to find the basement door broken. And what is he going to do? Is he going to try to trap Sally down there too? Is he going to make a run for it? The suspense is killing me. I am so mad at the writers for doing this to Sally, but I am also completely hooked. I can't look away. It just feels like this storyline is going to rip the entire canvas apart. Victor is going to lose his mind when he finds out. Or wait, did Victor know? Did Victor help Adam do this to punish Sally? We all know Victor hates Sally. He has been trying to run her out of Genoa City for years. Would Victor Newman stoop so low as to help fake his own granddaughter's death just to break Sally Spectra's spirit? It sounds insane, but this is Victor we are talking about. He just tricked Nikki into signing away her shares while she thought she was dying. The man has no moral flaw. I need to take a breath. I am rambling a bit, I know, but this is just so huge. Sally Spectra went looking for a flash drive and found her dead daughter. It is the craziest plot twist we have had in years, and I am terrified for next week. Will Sally get out of there safely? Will Ava be okay? What is Adam's excuse going to be? Sorry, I faked our baby's death and locked her in a dungeon. I did it for love, yeah, right. I just keep picturing the look on Sally's face when the little girl said her name was Ava, the way her eyes just widened and all the breath left her lungs. Courtney Hope acted the absolute hell out of that scene. You could feel the 4 years of grief just colliding with the shock of the present moment. She has spent years mourning a grave that might be empty. She has spent years crying over a baby that was living in a dark basement just a few miles away. And Adam. How does Adam come back from this? The show has spent years trying to redeem him. They gave him Chelsea back. They gave him a corporate job. They tried to make him the sympathetic underdog against Victor. And then they pull a stunt like this. You don't redeem a guy who locks a 4-year-old in a basement. You just don't. He is done. Adam Newman is officially the biggest villain on the show, and Matt Clark looks like a saint compared to him right now. So you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Am I overreacting? Is there some logical explanation for this? Because right now I am ready to lead the angry mob against Adam Newman myself. I need to know your theories. Is this really Ava? Did Adam act alone? Where do we even go from here? Stay tuned, because this is about to get so messy and I will be right here covering every single second of it.